for D&D maps or whatever game you're playing, Pathfinder. Once again here, I fucked with some settings before we started, so I hope I didn't jack anything up. Look at this weird thing. What the fuck is that? Can you see that on the stream? Doesn't look like you can. Doesn't matter. I'm going to set up my stats view to make sure that I'm not losing frame rates like I was this morning. Frames dropping. What other shit can I turn off here? I turned on some other stuff. We'll see if it applies today. We don't need to look at my Steam. I thought I turned everything else to a different monitor. It dawned on me this morning that I need to keep a list of topics that I'm going to talk about because I just yammer on. Because I got a lot. There isn't much to when you're making a map. There's a lot of shit. I could just sit in silence, but in reality, I like to run my mouth. So, I should have written it because I was like, oh man, I want to talk about this in the stream, and then I immediately forgot. But what we are doing today is creating a dungeon, continuing the creation of a dungeon. It's not a dungeon. It's a map with, well, it's going to have stuff underground. A map of a multi-layer, I think it's 4 stories. Yes, so it's first floor, second, third. We might not get into Foundry today. I have it open just in case. And I think we were messing with it last time. I still haven't talked to Ripper about how to fix my levels issues. He is charging money for help, which is fine. I think that he should, but it's kind of expensive. It's like $26 a month, and I don't know if I have to pay that forever or I can pay it for 1 month. If it's 1 month, that is a great fucking deal. It's worth the time. But if it's to pay it for like a year, that's a lot of money. That's more than DungeonDraft and Foundry cost together. So yeah. All right. So at the end of last stream, it dawned on me that this line should have been on on the second floor because we're going to put a wall. Is that how this was working? We need another line on the second floor. That's what it is. Yeah, so that when they're standing here, this edge will basically exist. We'll go around the outside. And I don't think we necessarily need it on the first floor. I'm trying to think here. I don't think we do, but I'm going to leave it there just in case. And it will also help for when we're on the first floor, we can see what, we can tell where the edge is. And I'm going to put trees and shit on here. But today what I'd like to accomplish is fixing all the floors. So we know where every floor is. It has a ground level. We want to keep this as transparent. So we're going to draw in just the floors for this part, and the rest will be transparent. So the first issue is going to be, we're going to compare these levels. We're going to compare this with the first floor. And that looks good enough. We're going to draw this. I think. I was thinking about this yesterday or this morning or something at some point. And I never checked. Am I even making noise here? Let me check my sound volume. Yep. And this obviously isn't a game, so there's going to be no sound except for my beautiful, lovely voice. I think we're going to actually not want... We're going to want this not to continue down to here. Otherwise, it's going to be sticking out. I'm not sure it matters. But anyways, let's try to figure this shit out. This is going to be a path. Actually, let's go back to here. What did this look like when we were fucking with it? I think this is what took me, what made me discover my mistakes. So the first floor, man, I kind of like this gray rock better. Huh. Kind of looks cooler. But why would it be black on the side? This looks just fucking boring. You can see some of it left over here. Well, let's deal with this part first. Otherwise, I'll just be sitting here trying to pick fucking floors forever. And we're gonna put trees and shit. So this is, and like I always say on every map, whenever on every stream that I do map creation, every map looks like shit when you start. So if you're doing a map and you're like, man, this looks fucking terrible, don't worry about it. It's supposed to do that. It's supposed to look like shit. All right, so let's do this. We got to do a path thing, and we're gonna try. I'm gonna try to draw it exactly the same as this, which is gonna be impossible, but we're gonna do that anyways. No, wait, was it not a path tool? No, it is. It's a path tool. And oh, that's why I was gonna look at this. I think. Oh, I have an update for some reason. What pending change do I got? Oh, I guess I messed with the scene at some point. Unimportant right now. We're gonna go to this map. We're gonna go into whip, fort. No, I think it was probably under my readme. I was putting in notes. I think I put in a note of where Cliffstone Volcanic C3 is the name of the path. So it's one of these. B4 C3. All right, it looks like we were doing fade in. Is this the right fade? No, it's not fade. Undo. It is grow. Yeah, it's that one. And I can't tell if I had snap on. It kind of looks like I did. So let's start. I think I did. That will make life easier if that is the case. This is going to be fucking hard, man. Maybe I started with snap on. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it sure would be nice if it was. There's probably someone somewhere who's like, there's a really easy way to do this instead of the shitty way you're doing it. But I'm going to do it my shitty way because that's the only shitty way I know how to do it. This actually isn't so bad. This isn't so bad so far. You know what? I think this needs to be shrink at the end. I'm concentrating. That's why I'm not running my mouth. Oh, that one's pretty bad. It'll be fine. Right? It'll be fine? I almost clicked something there. There's like, so I got my light on, and normally I never even notice, but there's like enough glare to really, for it to be annoying me here. What we'll do is we'll export this and we'll put it into Foundry. So I guess we will be using Foundry today. And we'll make sure that this doesn't look like a total fucking disaster. So far, this part looks okay. Like, it looks like a cliff, a rocky cliff. And we want it to be rocky so the players... I like when I point at the screen, like you guys can see the fuck I'm pointing at. We want it to be rocky so that the players, if they want to, could climb up this, you know. Sneak in. I'm thinking Conan the Barbarian, which is actually one of my favorite movies. I fucking love that movie. I love that just how they made it so Arnold doesn't talk barely. Like, he just looks like a dipshit the whole time. Like, I don't know. I love it. If you haven't had a chance, watch the commentary on that movie. It's fucking bonkers. It's just like Arnold Talking about how he's running around with a sword. There's me with a sword. That's my Arnold impression, which isn't a very good one. I don't know. It's pretty awesome. You know how they like climb in and go into the snake temple and rob them? I mean, I think they go up a temple wall or like a tower wall, but you know. All right, we're gonna keep. We're making good time here. We're gonna have to do this like 5 times for each level. And there's some stuff that like I'm overly critical of. I don't think players would actually notice. I look at other people's maps now much more critically and notice like I'm not gonna call them mistakes. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna make that a little different. Because they aren't really mistakes. There's some stuff you just can't do anything about. So I don't know what to call them. Weirdnesses. And I noticed some, and I also notice now like the Forgotten Adventures stuff way. Like I'm like, oh my god, this person uses Forgotten Adventures too. Pretty much everybody does. And I wonder if I can fix this glare by opening this. Nope. When I first moved into this house, this bedroom had a dimmer switch on it, and I fucking hated it. I hate dimmer switches. And so I had it replaced. Well, they broke too, like the little knob fell off. And I had it replaced, and the person was like, "You sure you want to replace this? Because you know you don't have to use the dimmer part." And I was like, "Fucking get that thing out of here." And now I wish I had it because it would be perfect for the situation. Like the gleam on my bald head, I could turn that down a little bit, you know. All right, this is not as terrible as I thought it would be, but if I fuck this up somehow, I have to start all over again. I installed a new plugin for OBS too, so we're gonna see if that does anything here. It's for streaming. Obviously, OBS is the streaming software I use. And if you watched my stream of Kinshi this morning, I bailed out after I was having some frame rate issues. I think it was the water. So I didn't have any issues with Kinshi, then all of a sudden I just started having all these frame drops, just crazy amounts of them. You know, I think I might have to redo this. Fuck me. Because this isn't shrinking. And I've added shrink later. Let's go to like. Is this thing? Oh, I am gonna have to redo it. Look at that fuck up. Look it over here. It's becoming more and more shrink. Well done. Well done. My first undo of the day. So I remember correctly. I think I did this differently. I think what I did is let's put snap back on. Is I started a new one after I got no. We want this to not be shrink. We want none. The fuck out of here. Undo, you piece of shit. I think what I did was something like this. I think it was to here. And then I swapped this around. Fade. None. Wait, did I do that right? Nope. I think I wanted the same. No, I want to go this way. No, not fade ever. Why do I keep picking fade? Grow? That's the right thing, but I want the other way. None. Shrink. Alright. So that's what I did last time. I'm pretty sure from looking at it. It doesn't really look very ramp-like, honestly. You know, it's fine. I was watching this other person's tutorial on how to do 3D canvases, and I decided, because I was curious about if I wanted to start making 3D canvases, and I decided I didn't want to do that. But they were talking about how you can't do and I might have misheard him because we want this shit to be off. Let's just start over here. I might have misheard him, but they said ramps aren't possible to do in the 3D version of levels, so I'm curious if that is going to be an issue for the 2D version. Like, the logic seems to work out in my brain, but maybe it's not. And when we import this, we'll see. When we import into Foundry, we'll see if there's a issue. So you see how this is going to work, and why we have to do it on this level is we need this to cover up the edge of these lined walls. I love doing work twice. What's the measure twice, cut once? That applies to Foundry and DungeonDraft as well. And I can edit some of these and fix them a little bit, but it gets weird when you do that. So I'm going to try to make it like this one. I might, down there, I might edit that and fix it. Fix it later. That's my redneck accent. So I talk about how like sometimes when I'm a DM, I do voices, but not very frequently, because I'm not very good at them, and I can't pull them up on command like other people can. But my players ran into some like inbred hillbillies down underground, and I had for a while a pretty good, I guess they weren't hillbillies, they were underground billies, but I had a pretty good hillbilly accent, which now I've lost it. I've lost it. And that's why I think I'm impressed by voice actors, is they can just pull that shit up anytime they want. I can do orc pretty much whenever I want. Right, we're gonna go. No, that's not a very good orc. It makes me nervous when I try to do voices. How do voice actors do that? I've been in bands and stuff, and been like a singer in bands, and then it makes me less nervous. Right then, we're gonna go out and get us some hobbits. No, hobbits? Yeah, obviously I don't do voices very frequently as a DM. Sometimes it takes too much effort. Especially if you have like 6 people all in the room talking. You gotta do a different voice for each one, and the players don't really care. Viewers, if people were watching, they would probably care, but players, they don't really care. Maybe they do. Who the fuck? I don't know. I don't care if I'm a player, but I rarely ever am a player anymore. Or ever. I'm almost never a player in any game. I like DMing so much more. Now we're making time. Making good time. As long as I don't have to redo it all again. Yeah, I'll probably have to pull that around. But before we do that, we'll export it. For all I know, this will look better with a little extra overlap. One of the reasons I picked this wall is that it's kind of it's rocky and weird, so that it's less noticeable if there's weird overlap. I still haven't released these yet. You can download them from my GitHub at any time, and if you put exclamation GitHub in chat, it'll give you a link. But I plan to release these on Foundry themselves, like as free content, so you can just install the module from there. Not the dungeon draft part, that you can just get from GitHub, but the Foundry part. Alright, we're getting there. Now I need to turn Snap back on, I believe. There we go. Alright, does this even match up? Not really. Let's save this shit. Let's export it. Man, I wish it remembered your settings. We are exporting the second floor. Yes, export. And it looks like we called it second floor. And large maps, crappy. We're gonna replace this and see. I think we want to be on a different map over here before we replace that. Gotta wait. I hope I picked the right category. I couldn't. I'm gonna double check categories while we're waiting for that to export. What are my category options here? Tabletop RPG seems right. I used to do Dungeons and Dragons. Let's look. Oh, I gotta mute this before somebody starts talking. Oh, it's muted already. Great. Top RPGs. Let's see. That's the right one, right? Yes, it is. Yes, sirree. Oh, I remember one of the things I was going to ask you guys. What the fuck is AMRS? AMSR? AMRS. Alright, this is done. Let's go back to here. It's like a Twitch category that was like, click on this. And so I clicked on it, and I wasn't sure what I was looking at there. Alright, so this came through with the new updated thing, I believe. What level are we on? Yep, second floor. First floor. Second floor. Yeah, it's definitely different. You can tell that. But if you're a player, let's put a token on here and see what the fuck happens. And you know what we also should do is probably, let's put the cat in on the first floor. Oh, the cat's already here. Come on over here, Mr. Kitty. Alright, so we'll have to put a thing that moves you up, but that's not a big deal. So on the first floor, it looks fine, actually. It looks great. I mean, I don't have any walls in yet, so that's what's going on there. Let's look at it, though, from, I got Star Trek, another thing there. Let's look at it as a player. What is the name of this one? Bright Vision. Oh, I named it a different fucking thing. Jesus Christ. Bring this over so you guys can see. Nice and bright. What you doing? You okay there? It's the other thing I've been paying attention to is why did I privately roll dice on here? Is the different times that I stream and like what other people like. Is there a lot going on? Oh, I got the game paused, of course. Oh, check this out. I noticed this other day when I was DMing. So is this a clock that's spinning, or is this supposed to be the hands that are spinning? Because the hands don't move, so that's probably just the clock. But then why is the clock spinning if it's paused? It's completely pointless. I might have brought that up in another stream. All right, let's go over here. This actually looks fine. This looks fine. So let's do this now. Let's go back to here. And let's put a wall or two in. Let's first draw a box, and we'll have like this box on the first floor. Yep. Right here. I don't know why. Oh, I know why it's yellow. And we're gonna go to, no, it's right here now. This is stairs, yes. 0 to 9, I think that's right. I can't quite remember. Jesus. I'll have to check another map, but let's test it with this. So this should move it to, yeah. So that works. No, that doesn't work. Now it's, it works if, no, now it's all fucked up. It's because I need some other walls here. Let's go back to this guy. And they can't really tell. As long as they don't stand on this and then go this way, then back, and go like that, they're fine. Oh, I can put a one-way wall? I could just put a wall here that blocks them so they can't do that. How does that work? I can't remember. A wall on the first floor. I don't know. Well, I'll deal with that later. Now let's look at how this looks. Let's zoom in and get real critical on this shit. I think this looks fine so far. I don't know. Okay, you can see a little weirdness here. This actually looks great. Comparatively, yeah, and there's like a little area right there. That's great. We got this little area. That's great. Remember, I don't have any walls, and we got little areas here. That's great. Yeah, because I want this to, you know, for characters to, players to be able to get their characters up here if they're sneaking. If they're sneaking around. All right. I don't see any major issues. Come here, you fucker. You know what we should do is put him on ground level and see what it looks like just in case. Settings? No, what am I looking for here? Where am I token? Oh, I'm on the wrong. I need your token stuff. The update changed where a lot of this stuff was, so I just have to find where the elevation for this dude is. Looks like it's on here. Let's put him at 0. All my tokens are hostile for some reason. Alright, this doesn't seem to have affected this either. Show, that's good. Now let's go back to here. It's kind of interesting. Using the arrow keys as the DM is a lot shittier than using it as a player. This all looks pretty good to me. So we're actually seeing through this level onto the ground to see this. I don't know if that's going to work. We're going to have to change that, actually. We're going to have to fill in this floor so that doesn't happen. Though I like how it looks, I don't think that's what we want. We're going to have to fill in either with this rock level. Yeah, all this looks fine to me. So either I gotta either pick this rock, which I kind of like this rock better than this at this point. And you know, we can on, well, And let's go back to this. And gotta wait for this token to finish dragging. You know what we should also do though is change the settings on this scene. Fort on hill. Oh, token vision. No, we want this off. I always turn this off now. Unrestricted, because let's say it's daylight, but then let's do this and set this to this for if it gets dark. Hit save, blast away the stuff that it remembered for this character, for this token that is. Wait patiently. Fuck that, I'm not waiting patiently. We're done with that. We're back here. All right, so now we got to make that decision. We got to decide, are we going to use that rock? Or are we going to use this stuff? I really think that rock looks better. Why does this look like this now? Doesn't it look better, even with this black up around the side? I think it does. It does. It does indeed. So, and remember I tried to blur some of it out. So first thing we're going to do, is that what we're going to do? Yes. The first thing we're going to do is fix that then. This is like the standard cave thing. So let's go to terrain brush. And I think, is it this one? Yeah, we'll terrain brush this back in. We're not going to have it go up completely, or completely down like I did over here. Actually, why am I doing that? It doesn't matter. I can fix it later with the other terrain brush. I can do the forest twigs and zoom in here and just fill this crap in. This is like the terrain brush. I actually think is one of the best parts of of DungeonDraft because it's so easy to use and like you can actually make it big and you know, and we can like do the dirt and fix that up. But right now, let's concentrate on these different levels because I have a feeling that we'll do it like that, you know, and then we'll put this train shit. We'll make the road dirt. Where is the other dirt? Is this? Yeah, that's the same. So you know we'll make the road go. Make this bigger because we don't have to do so much extra work. We don't want it a perfect line, but we want it, yeah. I guess I am fixing this right now. I'll fix that later as I proceed to fix it immediately. We are on the first floor. All right, so basically, you know, this is gonna be like this more. I think I was having it rock all the way down there, which would kind of be cool. I was, but at the same time, I don't know. I think dirt. Maybe we'll put some trails up here later. But I just think this looks better. We can put some, you know, dirt up here and maybe some dirt over here. We can't, the issue is going to be that we can't do that once we go up to here. And I need to figure out, where did I put that? Right about here. Let's turn this grid back on. We just don't want to export the grid. I think it was right here. It's right at the beginning of that curve. Let's double check. Grid, I always change this to like a red color because I can't see the fucking grid, man. Now we want our opacancy. Opacancy? opacity. All right, so there's just a little, yeah, so it's right here. What I can do, I think I can draw a line maybe temporarily so I can remember where this shit is. Can I draw a line in this? I don't see a draw line tool. I don't think I've ever tried. We'll put a, nope. Thanks, DungeonDraft. Thanks. Put an H here. Hey, that almost works perfectly. All right. So let's do this on the second floor here, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Why I'm, oh, I can't see this shit from the second floor, huh? Man, what is going on with, is that my monitor or something? Does that look the same on your guys' screen? I make this bigger? No, it doesn't look the same on your screen. So it's my monitor. Basically, that font's pushed together and all fucked up. Let's put the opacus. We're gonna put that there so I can see this H better. But on the second floor, we can't do that. We can't use that tool. That's the issue. Is we can't use the terrain tool. We have to turn on, and this is fucking stupid. So I either have to turn on the thing which paints the whole goddamn floor, and we need this transparent because we need them to be able to look down. And I'm gonna save it, and then I'll turn this on and show you what I mean. So boom, now I can't see, if I turn it on, I can't see the floor that's not transparent. And I don't think you can, if this is actually an idea. We are using that one, we're not using this one. So maybe there's like a, no, I don't think there is. If there was a transparent brush, that would solve this whole issue. But there isn't. If you could, I'm gonna Google it just in case. DungeonDraft transparent brush. Or this person has transparent terrain. Transparent terrain brush. Unfortunately, you can't make transparent terrain brushes. Alright, well, fuck you. I don't know who that's towards. Just the world. It's towards the world. Fuck the world. Alright, back to, so what we're going to do instead is we're going to draw on this pattern shape tool, I believe. And I did not make a note of this. We're going to make this, we're going to make sure this matches. That's not it. These don't look like, no, that's not it. We want one. Oh, wait. Here we are. This looks like it. Is that the same? I think that's the same. I'm pretty sure that's the same, right? Somebody tell me that's the same. First floor, second floor. Let's turn this off so that we don't have first floor. So now it's different. Let's undo this thing. And let's like draw it right here. First floor. Alright, I'm pretty sure. Is there another way to do this so I don't have to fucking... Is that the same color? Let's zoom in so oh, that's all I can see. I don't know if that's the same color. I don't think it's the same color. Maybe it's this one. Oh, I know what I can do, you fucking idiot. I can just draw... Why won't you let me draw on here? There we go. We can undo that one. I think it's that one, actually. Because if I draw... Let's draw it here. Yep, it's that one. Fucking A, man. Of course that's the way to do it. Now I need to undo this one. Alright. So, we need, I think the H was here, right? We need this compare back on. The H is right here. So what we need to do, and we're gonna turn off snap here in a second. But first off, we're just gonna draw this puppy to like here. And we don't care about this other stuff. Do we care about this other stuff? What is this other stuff? Why can I see this other stuff? Oh, because I haven't drawn this up to there. Let's draw that up to there on the first floor. First. What was I doing? Train brush. I'm glad this remembers. You know, I guess I could have looked at the name of it too. Instead of throwing a fit there, let's make this go up to a little bit past the H. We don't really need it to go any farther because according to my calculation, oh, Jesus Christ. According to my calculations, it shouldn't matter when we have that other one up. And we'll check. We'll do an export again. We're going to export like 50 times because you really want to make sure that you're doing this shit right. Instead of having to redo everything. All right, so, and I also, if I remember correctly, when we were using this last time, pattern shape tool, we're still selected. I can't do it on here. Yeah, it goes over the floor. So I do have to be careful with that. But we can do like squares, you know. Except, how are we gonna do that? How are we gonna do these crops? For fuck's sake. How we're gonna have to do the crops is we're gonna have to put like some piece of wood around this. So it looks like it's some sort of bed, raised bed. I have one in my backyard that's like crumbling and falling to shit. And that's what we're gonna have to pretend like it's a raised bed. Which is fine, that actually works. And so I also talk about this in my streams a lot. Creativity through adversity, something like that. So basically, when you have fucking issues that you have to overcome, sometimes it actually improves things. And I didn't come up with that idea. It's like a idea from movies that I heard about. Is that like a lot of time? What the fuck? Okay, I can't overlap them either. A lot of times in movie creation, it there'll be an issue that makes the movie better, like Apocalypse Now. All right, let's save this thing and then let's export it again. Let's go back to this blank map and we'll export it and import it and all that shit. Export. Grid off. Yep. Export. Did I do the right floor? Yes. Second floor. Save. Yes. Replace it. We don't give a shit about the old version. Now we wait patiently. Yeah, we'll have like a raised flower bed is what I think a lot of people call them, but there's another name for it. Generally, you make it like waist high so it's easier to like take care of the plants. Now, Foundry. Back to Fort on Hill. This one's gonna be pretty fun to do because, and actually it would be pretty fun to play, man. You know, because I make the best maps. I'm just talking. Okay. So yes, we can't tell except for we'll have to get rid of this dirt. Oh, this is because I never imported the other. the first floor. Let's import the first floor too, just in case. Just in case. Export. First floor. Everything looks great. Overwrite first floor. Oh, you know what? My sound settings are off and it doesn't even matter because there's no myself. All right, now we're back. All right, we just have to still wait for this thing. I leave this show and folder on finish clicked because this will start flashing when I know it's done, when it's actually done. Come on. Come on. Maybe it finished and it didn't flash. I can close this one. Or it's taking a really long time. Let's see. No, it's done. So we're going to go back to here, or at least it thinks. No, I don't know. No, it wasn't done. It was just taking an unusually long amount of time. Let's go over, I guess not unusual. Let's go back over to here. Wait patiently. As an IT dude, it's definitely hurry up and wait is part of life. Have you ever read that series? Has anyone read that series called Red Mars? It's by a dude named Kim something. I can't remember his last name. But there's a character in that series who can wait really good, and I think about that every time I have to hurry up and wait. Is that dude? Not every time, but pretty regularly. All right, buddy, where are you going? That looks terrible. Why can you see that? What's going on here? Oh, because we need to F5 you. We need to control F5 you is what we need to do. And then wait some more. Why was I rolling dice over here? 58 days ago. Why was I rolling dice 2 months ago on my test thing? Maybe I was fucking around with some mod or something. Alright, this is the other weird issue. Is the grid gets bizarro until you go up. Alright, so that works. Whoa, I made the mistake again. Let's trigger this again, and we're gonna go back. So the players go up, boom. That looks fine, right? That looks good? Yeah, and this looks like that's the edge, right? Yeah, it does. It looks like a ramp, right? Or am I fucking high, or is it... No, it looks like a ramp. And all right, so I'm gonna edit these things up. We're gonna use the square tool or the rectangle whatever tool to start with. This might change because we're talking about those like flower bed type things, the raised flower beds. I don't know what they're really called, planting beds, but that's okay. We now know that everything what we're doing is gonna work. So I'm gonna put this stone across this whole fucking thing, and then we'll move to the next level. And that's what I'm hoping. I'm already 50 minutes in, which blows my mind how much time passes um when making these maps. Whoops. Do I really need to be comparing this? I don't need to be comparing this shit. Turn that off. We can just go. We still got the right tool, so where I can do a square, I'm going to do a square. And then we'll fill in the rest with the edit. And I want this to, if it goes into there, we don't care because that's the whole reason why we put that there. And like we can fill in a little. Thing here. Thing here. Do we care about this? We don't care about this. This is good. What happens if there's stuff underground? That's okay, right? I'm closing my eyes in thought here. Is that okay? Yes, I'm pretty sure that's okay. We'll just make it so we'll make it so that no tunnels go into that little ramp. Maybe they weren't talking about ramps. Maybe they're talking about something else. So when I do this when I'm not streaming, I blast music. So I kind of wish that would be the one downside of streaming map creation is I can't blast music. You know what I also should do here though is I should put a door in one of these things to make sure that the door isn't going to look weird. Like I'm going to put a door here. Portal tool, it doesn't really matter what door, but we'll pick actually like one of these. We'll do a doorway. That does look weird. What happens if we put a normal door? Does it matter? That looks fine. We'll just not use any doorways. Whoops. Put some here. Some here. I'm going to save this thing. Remember, I do not trust the save. I'm actually going to leave. I think we might have to deal with this first before we move to the next level. Just to make sure. This is going to be kind of cool when the players get up here. They got this weird. I wish I could match the stone colors, but that's asking a lot from this. I think we're going to have to deal with this, yeah. I was hoping I didn't have to. But let's try this first. Let's put this on the ground. And then, can I fuck with this later? Like, what happens if I put, like, this stuff on top of it? Is it going to look weird? Or does it just go over it? It just goes over it. So that's okay. That's what we want. Because we're going to put a different type of dirt in there. Whoa! Turns into a lava bath. Acid bath. No, no, no. Alright, I'm tired of drawing rectangles. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit this edit points thing. And we're just going to start dragging some shit around here. Whoa, why are you having a little freak out there, buddy? Everything's going to be fine. Oh, it's because I have snap on. Fuck you, snap. We can just go like that. The other thing I noticed when making these maps is there's always going to be a little mistake somewhere. And I left a whole section out. That's okay. What I mean is, let's actually, can I undo these 2-point changes? Yes. Is later you're going to be messing with something and you're going to notice. Like a door or something. That I missed some little tiny hole or some shit there. It always happens. but it's okay. It is okay. And I don't know if you guys can hear you probably can't. There's like a hum of silence in my headset. It's deafening, man. All right. This shit's gonna look amazing when it's done. Maybe. I hope. I hope this shit's gonna look amazing when it's done. All right. I suddenly was like, am I on the right floor? Am I doing this on the right floor? What the fuck? That has happened in the past. Somebody who's like a pro maker of maps is probably looking at this like, why does he do it this way? This is fucking whack. Doesn't he know you can just hit Control X and the whole thing just fills in? No, there isn't that. I mean, there could be. I don't know. All right, what is this shit down here? Can I just move this whole thing out of here? Where's my grabby tool? What is this? Yeah, let's delete this. Bye. I said let's delete that. All right, thank you. What was I doing? Material, pattern, shape, edit. What I would like, this actually sounds awesome. Because I just thought of this. I would like to play as a player, with somebody else use my maps to see what they do with them. I don't know if that's unrealistic or what. Not that anyone's done anything with my maps yet, I don't think. For all I know, they're used all over the world, but I don't think so. I don't think anyone's even downloaded it. I don't know, can you look on GitHub and see if someone's downloaded your shit? Downloaded, I think you can see if someone's forked your stuff. I'm not so sure if you can see if they downloaded it. You probably can somewhere. I've never bothered to look. I mean, it seems like that would be an important analytic for like real programmers. It's getting there. Oh, you know what? We gotta do these little pop outs too. Those I kind of wish I could do dirt. You know what? I probably could do dirt actually. I don't really like this poking that far down. Will you let me grab the fucking thing, you piece of shit? Oh wow, you can see a little line right here. See, that's what I'm talking about, where I was saying you're always gonna find little fuck ups. So what is going on with that little line, huh? Alright, I'm gonna go smoke in a second here. I just want to finish this bottom part. Yeah, just till like right till we get this. Well, just this part. All right, I'll be right back. I'll be back in less than 5 minutes. All right. What am I doing? I am continuing drawing this ground for the rest of eternity. This is going to happen forever. Forever we're going to be working on this part. It's okay. This is the joy of map making. And I actually really like it. It's probably extremely boring to watch. I shit talk my own stream when I do this all the time. Because it's probably, like I said, really boring to watch. There's probably a much more efficient way, like this is pretty easy. Oh. Oh! It's okay. Everything's fine. Yeah, like I was saying, this is probably extremely boring to watch, but I really like doing it. My players don't care about it. I'll show you this map that I made for them. Let's see. I gotta log into a different login here. Oh, I got that levels there. You see that shit? While that's loading, we'll go back and keep doing this. Whoops. This part of Dungeon Draft works quite well too, so I don't know why certain parts work like shit and certain parts work great. Oh, I'm on that map. What a terrible map. So I needed a map real quick, so I used a map that someone else created. I forget who. I can probably find out here. It is. I think it's like this one. Yeah, I use this Crossroads map. So the reclusive cartographers free maps, and I use a bunch of free maps, So I was using this one, but it was set, and I was like, west is north, and blah blah blah. And then I decided I wanted some horsemen to come attack them, and but I didn't want to put them like on the edge of the map. That's not fair to have them starting right next to him. So I just slapped this fucking thing in the middle. This is a road, man. That's how much my players care about that stuff. They don't care. They don't give a shit. Um, but I like making fun maps for myself. It's not for my players anymore. Maybe one day I'll find players who appreciate me. Um, Kidding. I don't really care. All right, back to this. Let's go up to here and let's do this. We're getting there. We're gonna have to do this again on the next level, but it's gonna be slightly different on the next level. No, it's not. It's gonna be it's gonna be this some more on the next level. There's some weirdness when you start overlapping tiles, so I try not to do it too much. When you're overlapping the floor tiles is what I'm talking about. Like when this starts getting weird like this, it starts later on it gets weird. I guess I could have done this way easier by just putting like I just did there and like put a dot here and oops, there's a line. All right, this part is done. Let's save that. Now we're gonna make sure that there's no little, like this part we need to do here. So what we can do is draw a box. No, we can't. We're gonna turn off this edit point. Fuck you, edit point. Whoa, whoa. Go to square. I'll draw a square here. Does the grid matter? No, the grid doesn't matter. We'll draw a square here. We'll draw a square here. You know what? I'm trying. Oh, there's a fuck up right there. Let's fix that. I'm vaguely remembering something here. See, this is what I'm talking about, where the floors get weird if they're overlapped. I don't think, I'm thinking it was on my Center City map, which is not done. There was issues with, I don't think I want to do like these big squares. I don't think I want to do that. I'm going to fix them with the editing tool. We'll do that right now, I guess. Yeah, we'll just draw the big, no, I think that was the issue is if, let's draw a room here. Doesn't matter what room it is. Yeah, so, but which was happening down there, I think it gets more, no, that's fine. That's fine. If we can do that, if we can work our way through it, that's fine. Let's go back to the square tool here, and we'll fix this up. I think that's all of them. We don't want any, like, negatives. Yeah, see, we're gonna have to do this a lot more. And the only way to really make sure we get them all is just to draw this all the way around. So it's going to be a lot more work. Remember last time? I don't know if you saw my stream last time. I was like, man, this map's going to be fucking easy. Take it all back. This map's going to be a total pain in the ass. It's fine though. This I'm able to overlap and there was no issue. Maybe it was just something else. I don't know what was going on with the overlap weirdness last time. Or a little bit ago. Okay, everything is good there, so we're going to edit these down so they're not sticking out so far. In fact, on this side, we need to edit it all the way so that it doesn't go out at all. And we probably, you know what we can do instead? Let's do this instead. This is going to sound crazy. Yeah, let's do this instead. Let's undo all of this that I just did. Let's undo all of this stuff. Get out of here. Even that. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Let's fix this. Again. Perfect. And we're going to just go from here and start dragging. If it comes inside here, it doesn't matter that much right now. Later, it could matter. We don't know. It will depend on what we, because there's going to be underground areas for this. For each level. So there's going to be like a castle on top. And then on the they'll have various underground in these little tiers. And I don't think we'll get it that close to these walls, so it probably won't matter. But just in case it does, we won't. We can be sloppy as fuck over here, though. That's fine. And then we can fix it later if it comes up. And when I work my day job, I also blast music or have a TV show playing. So it's weird when it's so quiet. I need you guys to like start heckling me or something. What am I doing here? That's what I want to do. I've been trying to find copyright-free music to play for when I stream certain games and stuff. And if anybody has any ideas for that, please tell me. I don't want to listen to EDM ever. So EDM, no. Basically, old school punk is what I like the most. I mean, I like a variety of different stuff too. And listen to a lot of like Wolf Parade actually, which is not old school punk at all. But yeah, see, this was a better option. I can go all the way to here. Boom. There we go. We're going to save that. We're already an hour and 15 minutes in. How did that happen so fast? Now, the next step is we're going to go to the third floor where I drew a castle. Why did I do that? All right, because the third, I don't like this weird shaped castle. Maybe I'll change this. We'll worry about that later, though. Make it a square. Castles aren't always weirdly shaped, right? Yeah, we'll make it a square. Not necessarily a square, a rectangle, not a whatever that is, a trapezoid. A rhombus. I don't know what it is. So we're going to compare this to the second floor. And we're going to do the same ramp thing that we did last time. What the fuck is that? What is that? Is that a mistake? That is a mistake. And I just noticed it just now? Or was I going to set this up with something else? We can fix this mistake, actually. This mistake is not a mistake. It was pre-planned. It was a feature I was working on with what we'll do is, where's my path tool? We still got the path tool. We're going to transition grow. No, we're going to turn snap on. We're going to transmission fade. Where's my snap? No, why do I keep picking fade? Because I think it's the other one. We want shrink. No, we don't want that. We want none and shrink. God damn. Okay, we're going the wrong direction though. And I think this has to go 2 for it to look okay. That doesn't look good at all. That looks fucking terrible. Think we're gonna have to live with it though. Curious. No, we can't do it because it becomes that big long string of shit. Man, that looks horrible. I wonder if we could edit this and like pull this in. We might be able to. Did the other one look all shitty like that? That doesn't look that bad. What happens if you pull this down? It looks terrible. Oh god, and now it's gone. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's look at this one down here. Oh, this one does look all terrible like that. I just didn't notice. Alright, let's fix this. I mean, it's not fixed, but it looks less terrible. We want it to look the least terrible as possible, right? That one looks pretty... Nah, meh. I don't know if anyone will even notice that, though. Was it doing that on the first floor? How did I do it on the first floor? Maybe I just got lucky. I vaguely remember doing this. Alright, back to the second floor. We're gonna fix this here. We're gonna go snap. We're gonna go sure nunch. No, I still have edit turned on. We're gonna do it this way. Let's do the turn the grid on so I can see how far I'm going. And then, whoops. And my eyes suddenly started tricking me, or maybe they're not tricking me. Are these backwards? No, it's not backwards. But if you, oh, it is backwards if you look at it differently. You following me? So now to me it looks like a cliff. Like this is a cliff down to here, and this is a ramp down. But if I look at it, now I can't unsee it that way. There, now I'm seeing it. Is it backwards? Can I do that with this one? Fucking brain. I can do it with this one too if I, like, Wonder how do you fix that? Put a shadow around the bottom or something? How do you fix your brain? I will describe it to the players. I mean, yes, now it looks fine again. All right, let's edit these points and make sure that these things line up a little bit. Let me grab this one. I don't want to add a new point. I just want to move this one around, turn snap off. Yeah, that's going to add a new point. Fucking motherfucker. How did I just do it a second ago? Okay. Maybe I was just doing like a little of this and I didn't even know it. Well, let's move that a little bit back. I did not have this issue a second ago. I don't think I did, at least. Alright, that looks fine. Fine enough. Good enough. Fine and dandy. This one, I just happen to hit it right in like the wide part here. What happens if I go... Oh, it's going to stretch out that one part though. Now I have this in two spots. So to me right now, this looks like a total cliff that, you know, it cliffs down towards looks down, but then if I like readjust my brain now, oh, now I can see it looks like a cliff on both sides. Jesus Christ. I think I'm gonna have to put a shadow in somehow. There is a shadow. That's gonna be a lot of work. Maybe I'll not worry about it right now and I'll think about it later. Okay, so let's save this. Let's go to the third floor. I'm already... And I guess I have compare on to something there. Oh, you can see some overlaps happening on this floor. Maybe that's what I was seeing before, but if you turn off compare, does it go away? Yeah. But you can't see them when you look at the actual floor, I don't think. So I don't think it matters. Well, let's double check. Yeah, you can't see that shit. I guess we are going to have to fix this castle. Yeah, we are going to have to fix this castle first. So that's okay. We'll leave this compared. We'll edit this building. What we're going to do here, edit points. We want this snap on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so for this one, it's going to be easy. We'll go 10. We'll just whatever. We got to snap on. We were doing some like nicer tile and a nicer wall. So let's see here. I was suddenly tempted to use like a solid stone. But I think I was using this one. Yeah, I'm using that one, and we were using this tile, I think. So back to edit points here. That's a different color tile, but it's good enough. I wasn't like incredibly in love with that other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I wanted this to be symmetrical. Double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's this position thing down at the bottom, but I don't find it very useful. What they need is a measuring tool, or at least I wish I could find one. What we'll do, that actually kind of looks cool, but we're going to make this a square. I'm liking the idea that this is symmetrical. That's not a square. Do we have beveled corners on? You fucking assholes. I hate beveled corners. I hate them. Okay, beveled corners are off. We got a square castle up here. You know, we can build like outhouses out here. When I mean like not like toilets. We can do toilets too, but outhouses as in houses that are outside. So that looks good. We put some trees up here or something in planters. All the trees are gonna have to be in planters now that I think about it. This part's towards the cliff, but a character can sneak around. You know, once we put some lighting in, this shit's gonna look great. Now, what were we doing here? If we turn off this compare, yeah, that's what I thought. Compare with the second floor. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do is draw this all the way around again on this level. So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna save this shit again. Go back to, was it path tool? Yes. So I was all worried about this, and it's on a level that doesn't even fucking matter. We're gonna turn snap back on. Snap is on. We're gonna turn edit off. We're gonna go this to 3. And to me, you know, I'm not going to stress out. I'm stressing over none, and this is shrink. And to me, this looks like, I can't tell anymore. Let's turn compare off. It still looks to me like it can go either way. Maybe that's how it's drawn. I think I'll have to put shadows in. And there is a shadow thing. Let's just put a shadow down to see what it looks like. So if we want, like, let's turn snap off. We want this to look like the bottom. Is that how that works? We want this to be under, though. I've never used a shadow in this. Is that how that's going to work to make it look like the bottom? Yes, that is how that works to make it look at the bottom, like the bottom. All right, so I think I'm going to have to go back and put shadows in. We'll deal with that next time. Go back to third floor. And that looks fine. We need to compare. Second floor. Okay. This looks fine-ish. We're going to go back to the path tool. No, we're going to stay on the path tool. We're going to find the same thing. I think I passed it. Oh, we have to stick roofs on those buildings too. The roof should be easy. Here we go. I think it's this one. Sure is. I'm going to turn this shit off. I'm going to turn snap on just to get... No, this is the other side. No, wait. This is this side. Yeah. You know what? It doesn't matter because I'm going to have to go put a shadow down. I'm going to turn snap off. I'm just going to follow this along again. All the way around. And you know, I probably could have, like I said, I probably could have skipped drawing this part on the first floor. You know, the floor below it. I probably don't need that there. I don't think they can actually see the floor when we do this. But it makes life easier for when you're doing this part. I got a little weirdness here on purpose. It's fine. I'm gonna keep going. Just keep rolling. Alright, an hour and a half in. Imagine if you got paid to do this shit. Like 25 bucks an hour. Draw maps. People get paid for that stuff. I mean, somebody must. They put out all that premium content at on the Foundry site. Boss breathing down your neck. You need to draw those cliff walls faster, man. We can't be paying you. If you're sitting around listening to music drawing cliff walls all slow. Come on. You used the wrong cliff wall. All these cliffs are upside down. Now you gotta go back and draw a shadow in. We're not paying you for that. I don't know what I'm doing. We're getting there. Coming around the mountain here. Literally, but also like the song. Here we go. Oh, you see that whole thing jump around a little bit there? Another weirdness from Dungeon Draft. There might not be a way to fix that though. That might just be a you're fucked type of like. Even if this was like Photoshop, you might not be able to fix that shit. Not a one-man programming operation. There's a point. So when I first started doing this, it took me way, way longer to do stuff. So this is actually way faster than when I started, but there's a point where I don't think you can do it any faster without it really cutting into the quality. All right, let's fix this guy. We'll just like do that. Let's save this thing again. All right, so now we're going to do the same. It hurts my hand after. We're going to do the same thing we did before, which is we're going to draw in this whole floor. And I can't draw it all. It would be nice if I could just draw a big square, but I would change this floor. So what we're going to do is we can turn off this. Well, we need the compare for this first part. So let's. This was the pattern shape. We should still be on the same one. We can turn off edit. We can just turn on snap. We're going to turn off edit. And that's all we need for compare because we know that's as far as that was going. And let's do it this way. Remember, we have to put all the plants up here in some sort of boxes. So when they took over this is going to be the angry ant, I believe, is what I'm going to do here for my game. When he took it over, there was no plants or anything, but he put plants in boxes and stuff. I should just do it this way. We can fix that. Fix that later. Plants and crops and things. There's gonna be crops on the first level too. Alright, let's save this and get to editing. This is the line. Yes, that's the line. Edits. And then why I keep talking about that line is because that's the line where they're going to teleport from the first floor to the third floor. Oh, I still have snap on. I was like, what's going on? Why can't I draw this where I want to draw it? I thought I was grabbing the other one. I wanted this one. Yeah, now they're overlapping. Things are going to get weird. Things are going to get weird. Okay. I might change that tile again to be more this color like they made the tile out of this rock. We'll put a lot of trees down around the bottom too. Foundry does not like when you do that, by the way, but I do it anyways, and the Foundry grinds. And your players wonder what the fuck's going on, why is it taking so long to load, and I say it's because I put 10,000 fucking trees in the building, or in this map, don't worry about it. Both my players use max. I wonder if it's related to that or if it's just unrelated at all. If that has nothing to do with anything. I do know that they have, like, you can't use Safari or whatever. You know what I'm not able to see actually is we should be comparing this to the second floor. Make sure there's no little gaps that we need to fill in. I think we're fine because this is sitting on top. Yeah, there's nothing sitting on. I think we're fine. And what we'll do, Jesus Christ, it's already an hour 40 in. This is why I always, before I started scheduling this, I would end up, always 3 hours. I'm trying to not do 3 hours. I don't want to schedule 3 hours, that is, because what happens if I get burned out? Sometimes I get burned out on the map making, like immediately. Not very frequently, but it does happen. It can sometimes be a little frustrating when you have to redo stuff because of a fuck up you made or a fuck up DungeonDraft made. Alright, but what we're going to do here after this is we're actually going to import this into Foundry and see how it looks. We've never put the third floor in Foundry. It looks really weird because of we're comparing that other floor. We're almost done with this level. And okay, save. Export, grid off, web, third floor, export. We're going to call this third floor. Hit that button, and there was something else I was going to do. In Foundry, we need to set up another level here. Well, it's done already. I'm going to edit, plus, and this is going to be 20 to 29. And third floor it is. We're going to click on the tile thing. We're going to go to here. Go to modules. I couldn't remember where I saved this for a second. We're going to go to my crappy maps. We're going to go to my maps pack. We're going to go to Fort on Hill. I'm going to take this thing. We got to wait patiently. Again, always got to wait patiently. Says my live stream is excellent. It's talking about the quality of the actual data I'm sending, not my quality of live stream. Now we wait. Alright, I think I can do it. Maybe not. Basically, put it right there. Hopefully. And that's not where it went, but that's okay. We'll slap it down right on top here. Oh, we got an older version of the second floor. But that's okay too. Why does this look like this? Whoa! I do that all the time with Foundry. After I'm using Foundry and... Oh yeah, I can't move this around until I grab the edge of the screen here. We're going to export the second floor. But before I hit export, we're going to move Foundry off of this to my blank one. We don't need that up. That's off my blank one. Overwrite the second floor. If you just overwrite the same thing, it usually works fine. Obviously, you're losing your older version. That way you don't have to replace the tiles, which can be a fucking pain in the ass. Alright, second floor is done. I don't think we messed with the first floor, so let's go to here. I don't think we did. Maybe we did, but I don't think we did. What do we got there? That doesn't look right. Dungeon Draft, what did you do? Let's look. Fucking Dungeon Draft. That's what it says it looks like over here too. Fucking Dungeon Draft. Alright, we're gonna delete it. Oh wait, before we delete it, we're gonna go back to this blank guy. So stuff like this does happen if you just try to overwrite. That's why I always move away from here. I'm gonna delete this thing completely. I'm gonna click export and we're gonna say second floor. You have to name it exactly the same though. WBP. Fucking Dungeon Draft. I don't even think it's probably I reported a few errors in the Dungeon Draft community jumped down my throat. A few bugs. And let me see how this looks over here before I try to import it. Alright, this time it looks normal. So I don't even bother reporting stuff. Any bugs, they don't. The Mega Sploot may care, but the community they're too rabid. A lot of them are very rabid. Rabid lovers of the product. I think that if you find bugs, you should report them, and everyone should be stoked that you reported them. All right. So, level 1, level 2, level 3. All right, what's going on with us being able to see this? Okay, now that's fine because this is a hole into. It does look a little weird when it's all together, but once we put some trees and shit in, I think it will look better. So let's do this. Let's draw our line. Okay, the line's right here. I just saw it flash by. We're going to draw this square. Oh, it's right there. It's so easy to find. And, oh, I don't know what floor I'm on. It doesn't matter. I'm on the second floor. Oh, I wasn't drawing a box. I was drawing something else. And we want these stairs to go up. Is it this one? So, if this works, and I rarely ever can get this to work. I usually just have to manually put the stuff in. This should bring it from, yeah, it didn't work. So this is going to go from the top elevation is 19 and the bottom elevation is 10. And we're going to close this now, and we're going to double check with our little buddy here. I'm going to move him over. Can't see chat. 1 second. Got too many of these fucking things open. You know what I haven't checked the whole time is my frames. I actually lost some frames. What the fuck? I'm having issues with losing frames all of a sudden. I'm wondering if it's, so I got an Oculus 2, and I'm wondering if it has something to do with like software installed. All right. There we go. Now we're at 20 feet. Perfect. I don't think he should be able to see this. Maybe we need to change that tile to say, like never disappear. Overhead. Fade entire, none, always visible. Hide tile on vision. I don't know, what was it before? It was on hide. Show even when below, yes. Is basement, don't hide this tile in the fog. I think this happened before actually, and I'd already fixed that tile. I think this happened last stream too. Nope, it's still, let's do an F5 and reload this thing. I rolled initiative for this. Remember I was wondering earlier what I was rolling. I was rolling initiative for some reason. Or my test tokens. Alright, where is my test token? My test token is on the second level. Right? No, my test token's on the third level. Let's log in as this guy again. It might be because I have this open as well. Where'd he go though? He's on the first floor now. Close this thing. No, he's on the second floor now. Close this thing. He's seeing all the way through the, yeah, it still looks like that over here too. Let's see, he's seeing all the way through. Does that look like, I'm gonna look at this again. Does your, can you guys see that, how the 0 looks all weird? No, it's just on my side. It's gotta do with my monitor. You know what I probably could do is turn my monitor on and off, and that would solve that issue. But whatever. Oh, shit's just going slow. I did the same thing. We can't go through here. There's actually an easy solution for that. I think. I think we just draw a wall that he can't see through. But let's look. I feel like I'm missing something on this tile. We want this tile. Are we still set on tiles? No. Occlusion alpha. I don't know what that means. I wish there was a tooltip. Occlusion mode none. Always visible. Blocks vision and light. Man, everything is getting slower and slower. What the fuck, man? How much am no, I'm not dropping any frames. I was like, am I dropping frames again? Let's make it a roof. Show even one below. I feel like this shouldn't. Hide tile on vision. Man, things are getting so fucking slow. What is going on with my computer the past couple days? Fucking task manager, man. What's grinding this shit out? Firefox is. Foundry is. It says Firefox is using my GPU. What the fuck do I have open with Firefox? Stream elements. Oh. Foundry. Okay. And then some Star Trek. It's okay. Let's finish this up. And I can every time I know every time I have some issues with levels, so I'm gonna ask what's his face Ripper for help here. So currently this actually looks like a different color stone than this one does to me. Let's turn this off. Okay, it goes back to normal. So whoa. So there are people, yeah, this is kind of how this is gonna be. People are gonna go up here. We'll put planters and stuff. This is all the buildings we're gonna have here. I might put a couple of outhouses out here. Maybe one here. Then we're gonna also have underground, and where I'm gonna put like crops and shit down around here. Basically, this is the hill that overlooks his domain, but I'm gonna put crops and buildings and trees down here, so it's not just a brown wasteland. And we're gonna have this dirt road going by. God damn it, I did it again. But I think everything is working as it should. Well, levels isn't working, but I think I can figure. Oh, god damn it! I think with what's his face's help, I can figure that out, and I'll probably have to put shadows in along the wall, the bottom of the cliff. It would be kind of interesting to do this all as dirt, but the idea is that this is like a rock that they chopped. You know, it's like a rocky hill that they chopped up. Maybe I'll put like some black rocks around here. In fact, that's totally what I should do. Not right this second. For some reason, this is like the perfect time for me to stop. Let me double check. I wonder, no, I don't want to do that. I was about to turn off my monitor. My monitor's slowly getting worse and worse. It's like shit is just fucked up, man. Why is my life like this? Maybe I should put shadows around other stuff too. Generally, I don't mess with shadows. I don't like them that much. But I'm gonna have to for this map. Alright, so before I log off, let me do this. Get this, I don't know, I'm dragging the shit. Let's make sure this is saved. Let's close that. Normally DungeonDraft is the thing that grinds my life to a fucking halt. And we're gonna go to my large crappy maps. We're gonna update the hill fort. Well, I'm gonna go to 0.2 actually. Earlier I was gonna go to 0.15, but I think we're actually getting there. No, we still have to do all the underground. We got a lot of shit to do. So we're gonna go 1.5. I'm gonna delete this one. And we'll put this over here. What was that noise? Oh, hey, 10 Key Frog. Thanks for the follow. I forgot that I'm trying out something new. I put a thing that makes a noise and pops up when I get a new follower. Let's see here. So we're 0.15. I'm gonna push this to. It says 5 changes. Yep. Those are changes. I'm gonna push this to. What other changes? Yep, that one's different. And then scene should have changed. Yes. What is today? So if you go to my GitHub, this stuff will I'm updating right now, and if you look at the streaming channel, the streaming branch, it will be here in 2 seconds. 2 seconds might be a little optimistic. 5 minutes, and we'll look. Make sure that it appears. Yep. So there's one, and yep, they're there. So if you want to mess with the same exact thing that I was messing with, and if you're ever in chat while I'm doing this, and you want to mess with something while I'm doing it, just tell me, and I'll just save it, and I can just push it up, and you can literally mess with it while I'm doing it. But both the Dungeon Draft, for the Dungeon Draft ones, you gotta have the text still doesn't look fucked up on that side. You have to have the same assets, which are the Forgotten Adventures assets, but the Foundry one, you don't need the assets or anything. But that is it for me today. I'm actually I'll export this to YouTube too. And next time I'm gonna continue on where we left off here. And hopefully I will have talked with Ripper by then to figure out why I struggle with levels so much. Whoops, I do that every time. Go back. And I'll fix, hopefully, my other maps too. This is the one, actually. Where is it? This one is the one I have the major issues with the levels. And I think if he helps me fix this one, then this will take a second. Then it will solve. I'll understand why I have issues with levels on the other ones. So this one has this river in here where I need this bridge to be able to look down on the river, but then when the players go in underneath the bridge, it goes away so they can see it, because if you look at the underground level, there's these secret doors that they're going to be able to travel between. So basically, if the idea behind this adventure for whenever my players get there is they'll get smugglers will help them smuggle stuff over underneath the bridge, and they won't ever actually even be in this part, like the side parts that aren't visible by the bridge. So they won't, hopefully in a perfect world they won't, but let's say they decided that fuck the smugglers and they just want to try it at night and swim across or something. I need them to be able to see the bridge just in case that option's available to them. So that ground level, or if somehow, let's say they talk their way across the bridge, they can, the bridge needs to be there, but currently it's not working how I want it to work. The other thing, I got a test one right here. I didn't think I had a test one in here. In fact, I should be deleting this test one out of here. But currently how it works is some of the roofs don't disappear like that one does, which it's supposed to. That one doesn't, and I can't make it disappear until you go over here. So I can't figure out why some roofs, like this one, doesn't disappear at all. Oh no, right there it disappears. And they're all set up the same way, so I'm doing something wrong. I can't figure out what it is. Like that one disappears, and I can't figure out if it's like if this door opens, is it? Like they all disappear if you go inside, but I want them to be able to like creep up on the windows and look in, and that only works sometimes. See, here's a perfect example. This one, if you go in here, one side disappears, but the other side doesn't until you go on this side. So yeah, once I figure, so this is the most complicated. I think this other one, the fort one, will be easier for me to fix after. Hopefully Ripper will help me with this. Get these other ones squared away. But all of the maps that we're looking at, they're all on the GitHub. Even these completely not close to being finished ones. This one's not mine, but these other ones are on the GitHub. But yeah, that's it for me today with the maps. I probably will stream a video game later. I'm gonna eat food and stuff, but I don't know what video game. I think probably Dominions 5 or Star Sector. Let's look at my list. I kind of have a little list going here. Dominions 5 probably. I just streamed some Kenshi this morning. Star Sector, maybe Dungeon Call. I don't know. One of these three. So that is it for me. Thanks for watching and thanks for the follow, 10 Key Frog, and I will talk